Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video and talking about how to manage scalp psoriasis whilst also following the curly girl method. So if that's something you're interested in, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. So if you don't know what scalp psoriasis is, it is a skin condition that unfortunately cannot be cured, only managed. It's very similar to having dandruff on the scalp, but it is a little bit more severe than your average dandruff. So you do tend to get kind of scales almost on your scalp that usually it's very hard to get rid of them. And if you itch them, sometimes it can result in wounds forming on your scalp. I was diagnosed with scalp psoriasis in early 2020. I had always thought that I just had really bad dandruff, and I tried managing it throughout the years, but it wasn't really managed well. And it was getting worse each year. So unfortunately, mine went undiagnosed for quite a long time. And then I went to a hairdresser in early 2020, and she saw the psoriasis on my scalp. And she actually said that she thought it was scalp psoriasis and suggested I go and see a dermatologist. So I went and saw a dermatologist, and they confirmed the diagnosis of scalp psoriasis, and they gave me a number of options and recommendations to be able to manage it, because unfortunately it's a condition that can't be cured, only managed. So I joined a bunch of Facebook groups, and one of the recommended products was it's a Frank and Body scalp treatment duo. So one was a scrub and then one was a hair mask. So I started using that, and it gave me a bit of relief in the sense that it would help for a few days, but then my psoriasis would end up coming back even just as bad. So I did that for a couple of months, and it helped to manage it a little bit, not completely, but it helped a little bit. Then in about April, May of 2020, I started the curly girl method, which, if you don't know what it is, would suggest you just do a bit of research on it. I'm not going to properly be able to explain it all, but essentially you remove a lot of bad stuff from your hair care routine, like silicones, sulfates, and alcohols. Unfortunately, the Frank and Body duo that I was using, it did have some of those in it, so I did stop using that. And so for the first few months of my curly hair journey, I didn't do anything to specifically manage my scalp psoriasis. I just was washing my hair every few days, and that helped to minimize it. It didn't completely get rid of it, but it helped. Unfortunately, it did start to get worse though, so I actually found, it's a girl on Instagram and YouTube, and I'll link her Instagram below. Her name is Brick Curls, and she ended up having a form of, I believe it's dermatitis, but it's essentially, she had a reaction dandruff response. So she had seen a dermatologist for it and had been recommended a product because she followed the curly girl method. And my struggle was that I couldn't really find any products that were curly girl approved that I could get in Australia that would target my psoriasis. So she got a product, and it's called the As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp Care Olive and Tea Tree Oil Dandruff Shampoo. Now, Brick Curls, she loved it. It worked for her. I did a bit of research, and I ended up deciding to buy a bottle. So I bought a bottle of this. Unfortunately, it isn't stocked in Australia. They stock the rest of the line, but unfortunately they don't specifically stock this product. I had to get it from a website in America. I'll put all the details below. So I got a bottle of this. I only got one bottle to start with, and I started using it. I use it only once a week. It does recommend on the bottle to use at least twice a week, but I only use it once a week, just because if you do a bit of a search on the ingredients, if you use it a lot, it can start to affect your hair and your scalp a bit. So I only use it once a week to minimize that. And after a couple of weeks, I started to notice that my psoriasis was minimal to completely gone. So to me, this product was like a miracle in a bottle. So I kept using that, and it's quite interesting actually. So it's like a cream shampoo. So what I would do is I'd take a bunch of the product and I would work it into my scalp, and then I would put my hair up for a few minutes, and whilst I did the rest of my shower routine, it would soak into my hair, and you could at times even feel it working, because if there was maybe like a bit of an open wound or a bit of an aggravated section on my scalp, you could feel the tea tree oil working on it. So it was really good. So I didn't notice immediate results, but after a couple of weeks is when I really started to notice that it was really working. So I kept using that, and unfortunately I did end up running out. Obviously you do run out of products, and so I did order 2 more bottles from the American website, but unfortunately because of COVID-19, shipping took forever. So it's supposed to take 3 to 4 weeks, and mine took 6 weeks. So whilst in that 6-week period, after 2 weeks, my psoriasis was back, and with a vengeance, and it was really painful. So I did a bit more research, and I tried the Neutrogena tea gel. As you can see, I used majority of the bottle. So I did a bit of research, and it had recommended that to deal with dandruff and psoriasis. So I started using that, and it didn't work for me. It helped to minimize, and it definitely, because what happens when you have psoriasis is your scalp starts to get really, really itchy, to the point where you to any form of relief you itch it. It gets really, really bad. So it helped a little bit. I'd wash my hair with it, and it would relieve the itching feeling for a couple of days, which in the long term is not ideal for me. I need something that's going to not just relieve the itching, but manage it so that then the itching doesn't keep coming back. So I was using that whilst I was waiting for my new bottle of the As I Am to come. So finally they've arrived. I'm back using it, and I've only been using it for, I've only done 1 wash with it now, and already it's managed my psoriasis. Like, there's minimal to none in my hair, and it's only been 1 wash. So that's how good of a product it is. The only con I would say to this product is if you're in Australia, the only place you can get it is from an American stockist that I could find. I'll link it all below so that then if you want to look into it, you can. But this product is my absolute lifesaver. So if you're trying to manage your scalp psoriasis and you're following the Curly Girl, even if you're not following the Curly Girl method, I would highly recommend it, because it has absolutely saved my scalp. For the longest times, remember, I would just put up my hair because it would just look like there was massive flakes all over my hair. Whereas now I can wear my hair down with a sense of confidence, knowing that there's minimal to none. So it's an amazing product, and I would highly recommend it if you are struggling with any form of dermatitis or scalp psoriasis. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.